Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5. I'm just gonna watch this episode today. Yesterday I watched the episode 4. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the It's Sunday. I put some makeup only for you, but it's Sunday and I'm like that, you know. I'm a little tired. Yesterday evening I was with my sister and with my little nephew, who is so cute, and we drank. Okay? I'm not gonna try to lie to you. We drank a little, so I'm not in hangover. Like, that's it. I know what hangover is. Trust me. I'm not in hangover, but I'm a little tired, you know. Like, my eyes... that kind of moment, you know, when you're like, oh, that was a night, a good night that we spent together. But I prefer to be honest with you. I'm not gonna be not focused on the show because of that, but maybe I'm gonna be less patient than usually for something, you know. You think that I'm talking a lot? When I'm into that kind of mood, I'm talking even more. Huh? I'm talking a lot more. And I'm not, you know, diplomat, I'm not taking words, so maybe people are not gonna be annoyed, so maybe people are not gonna think like that and like that. I'm just saying what I want to say, that's all. You know me, total honesty, each time I'm telling you when I'm late, why, when I'm into that kind of mood, why, because I think that the mood of the reactor, you know, can impact the way that this person is reacting to a show, to a movie. I'm not gonna lie about that, and I want to be honest about that, and that's also weird to me when some reactors that are always, you know, into the same kind of mood, that are always excited, that are always like, hey, hi, hey, whoo, oh yeah, calm down. We all have our days, we all have a certain mood when we are watching a show, a movie, and of course this mood is gonna impact the way that we're gonna watch it. Me, I prefer to be honest, to tell you my mood so you can understand why on a certain day I'm gonna react like that to a certain situation, and on another day I'm gonna react in a total different way. That's it. You know why today I'm gonna react like that. About the last episode, yeah. That's gonna be a long video. Maybe not with time, but for me to film that will be a long one. During the last episode, which was the episode 4, so middle of the season for The Mandalorian, we learned stuff. Not a lot, you know, because before that we learned that we have a Jedi that we have to meet. We learned stuff before the episode 4, but during the episode 4, something interesting that we learned, it's that base, you know, which was a scientific base, in fact, that Gideon was using to test the kid blood on things, you know, on volunteers. Not sure of that. He was testing the kid's blood on these persons. To do what at the end, you know? They didn't answer to that question. They just said that this man, the Dr. Pershing, I think, something like that, he was using the kid's blood and he was missing blood to continue to test it on these persons. The base exploded, so we're not gonna have anything about that anymore. I mean, about that base, but about the experiences that they want to make with the kid, I think that we need to know more about that. I don't have enough information about that. I mean, I have still questions, a lot of questions. What does he want really, you know, Gideon with the kid's blood? what was the purpose of these experiences. I think that they know that the kid can use the Force, but is it all, you know? Is it really the only reason for why they want him? The Force is not something that you have into your blood, you know? It's not something into your DNA. For me, we are still missing one information, a lot of information, but for that, one information about the kid and why they want him so bad. It's because of the Force, okay, but it can't be all. I think that there is something else to explain why they want his blood to do these experiences on people that can't be just about the Force, because the Force is not something that you are transmitting by blood, so I don't understand that. And of course we have a lot of missing information about Baby Yoda. His name, his real name, because you know it, I'm conflicted each time. I want to name him Baby Yoda, it's the easiest way to name him, but at the same time I know that this is wrong, so I'm naming him the kid, but the kid, it's not cute like this character is cute, so I'm conflicted about it. I cannot wait for us to know his name. Don't tell me on the comments if you already know it. You don't want to tell me any spoilers, so please be careful with that. So his name, but also how did he end up just right there? He was kidnapped to his people. What about his people? Where are they? What about his connection also with Yoda? I think that there is a connection with Yoda still. We know that these writers to the Star Wars franchise, they are connecting everything with everything. They are connecting all of these stories, all of the movies and shows are connected with each other. By a character, by a moment, by a story, everything is connected. And right there, maybe you can consider that it's connected by Bo-Katan. I know now that she was a character of the Clone Wars, and maybe with some characters like that, but the main characters of The Mandalorian and the main story of The Mandalorian is not connected with the franchise Star Wars. So for me, there is still something missing to connect it, this show, with the franchise. And for me, it has to be through Baby Yoda, something right there. I have also one theory, I told you about that during the review of the last episode. Not for this season, but maybe for next season, the season 3 or the season 4, I think that Baby Yoda and Mando are gonna be separated. It could be interesting now, not now, but after that, you know, after time, they evolved as characters and their relationship evolved. Now they are really like that, you know, like father and son almost. And they also evolved, they also grew up, they also changed and all. So it could be interesting to, at some point, season 3 or season 4, to have them separated so we can see how much they were impacted by each other, the fact that they can't live apart from each other anymore, that they're gonna try to get back together, how Mando impacted Baby Yoda attitude, you know, and the contrary. It could be interesting at some point to have them separated. I'm not thinking of that for the end of this season, but really season 3 or season 4 maybe, it could be interesting. See how much I'm making series for the future, for each thing, you know, each little thing. What can happen during this episode? I just saw that it was a longer episode. Normally they are doing longer episodes for important episodes with The Mandalorian, so I really don't know. I know that we're searching for the Jedi, but for me, we have to meet this Jedi episode 6, so we can have the consequences of it for the final episode. And also, I think that for the final episode, we're gonna have Gideon back, because now we know that not him, but you know, they put a stuff on the Razor Crest and they can follow the Razor Crest now. So we're gonna have Gideon for the final episodes, the 2 last episodes I think. and I don't know why, but even if we didn't meet this Jedi yet, I think that this Jedi is gonna die. I think that it's gonna be a character who is gonna come to give us information and then who is gonna be killed because of Gideon, because of the importance I think that Jedis they have for Gideon. They are representing a threat for Gideon, so... And also maybe because of the fact that season 1 and this season 2, okay, we have some friends and allies for Mando and the kid, but we are not keeping them. Each time we are leaving them on their planets, living their own lives, that's great. They have the right to live their own lives. And I said it, I think that this show is also about that, about the little people who are just living their life. But I want allies and friends that we can keep, that can help us really all along our journey. And this Jedi is gonna do that for 2 episodes or 3. And then he's gonna be dead because the writers, they want Baby Yoda and Mando all alone. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now and let's go for this episode 5. I'm really into that kind of mood. I know that you saw the difference. The ones of you who are watching my intro, and thank you for that, you know that it was not like usual. Oh, what? You're good. Partial. Are you the Jedi that we are searching for?
How many lives is the knowledge I possess worth to you? How about 100? Surrender. Or face the consequences.
You have a lot of confidence on yourself.
You have one day
I love that.
to decide.
You're warned. It's the first intro that we are not spending with Mando or with Baby Yoda.
This is the place.
You're already there? So she's the Jedi. Nah,
What did I tell you?
you're obsessed with that thing. You're obeying now? The tension. We already saw him during the last episode using the Force, you know, into that school. I have the impression that during this season 2 he's trying more to use the Force, and for little things he's not afraid of using it, or maybe it's easier for him, something like that.
This needs to stay in the ship.
This show, it's a Western show into a Star Wars universe.
Stay investment.
Pardon me, Fender. Have you heard of anyone?
Thank you.
Please, do not speak to them. Or to any of us. Look, I just need to know. The magistrate wants to see you.
He's gonna put them in danger if he's speaking to them or things like that. I didn't pay attention to this person. That's a Zen garden. What you're doing to these people, that's really not feng shui.
A Jedi plagues me. I want you to kill her.
It's your... Yes, that's really your weakness, Mando. Because they know how important it is for Mandalorians. Did you bring water with you?
Well, these are the coordinates. Don't worry. Set right here. Let me see what's out there.
Never let Baby Yoda alone.
False alarm. Ahsoka Bo-Katan sent me.
I hope it's about him.
You're recognizing... That's why it's a long episode. Maybe finally Mando is gonna know things. Are they talking to each other inside of their mats? That picture is great. It's mystic, you know.
Is he speaking?
In a way.
of information just like that. I was not... Grogu?
What's his name?
Grogu? Grogu. Grogu. Oh, Ian is responding.
He was raised at the Jedi Temple in Coruscant. At the end of the Clone Wars, when the Empire rose to power, he was hidden. Someone took him from the temple. Then his memory becomes dark. He seemed lost. I've only known one other being like this.
The same that
That was
we know.
Jedi Master named Yoda. Can he still wield the Force?
You mean his powers?
The Force is what gives him his power.
Oh, I'm glad that you are learning that finally.
He needs your help.
I'll test it in the morning.
That's weird. I was talking that I was conflicted about how I should name him during the intro.
Knowledge is lurking inside that little mind.
Send her back.
Now return the stone to me, Grogu.
He's reacting like a father, like, don't push him.
That's much fear in you.
He's afraid of
And his
using.
abilities to survive over the years.
All right, kid. Lift the stone.
Grogu.
We all need to get used to name him Grogu.
Come on. Take the stone.
Try to connect with him.
Oh yes, what's true?
Do you want this?
Yes, it does.
Come on. Good job. Good job, kid.
Grogu!
You cannot train him.
What?
His attachment to you makes him vulnerable to his fears. His anger.
So,
All the more reason to train him.
I've seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight.
I'm afraid of what you're saying.
But until let his abilities fade.
What?
The magistrate sent me to kill you.
We all know the Jedi that she was mentioning who was too attached to certain persons and who lost his mind. I'm afraid of you comparing
Combined,
Grogu.
your laser swords would be able to
To
protect you
you.
from all that firepower.
It's just a kid.
During the Clone Wars, her people were massacred. She survived. They let her anger fuel an industry which helped build the Imperial Starfleet. When you were in the city, did you see any prisoners?
A lot.
You must find a way to free them.
A Mandalorian and a Jedi? They'll never see it coming.
It sounds like a joke. A Mandalorian and a Jedi are into a bar. I'm thinking about what she said about Grogu. I know, I should be focused on the fight, but... Hello! It's us! The picture is beautiful. I mean, it's always great pictures, the lights, the colors and all, but during this episode there are even more well done. Even the symmetry, you know, of some scenes.
Your bounty hunter failed.
Nope. You're so good. And now that you're all occupied
Execute
with
them.
her, Mando can act. Ah, you're beautiful. She's so good. Can we keep her? I want allies and friends that we can keep, and I want her to train Grogu. The no music and how it's filmed, it's not a western, it's much more Tigre et Dragon, you know? It's the mood. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. The sounds.
Sounds like you win.
Ah! No. Careful. It's Lucky Luke, okay? Of course he's gonna do it quicker than you. Thank you.
Now tell me,
Oh, your
where's
eyes.
your master? Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Oh.
But this belongs with the Mandalorian.
Just so you know, I only recognized the actress when she moved like that and when she
Where's
made
your
that face. Cute. That cute little pie can't become dangerous.
You're like a father to him. I cannot trade him. Go to the planet Typhon. Place Grogu on the seeing stone at the top of the mountain.
Then what?
Then Grogu may choose his path. If he reaches out through the Force, there's a chance a Jedi may sense his presence and come searching for him.
One that we're gonna know.
There aren't many Jedi left.
No. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Thank you.
You know that I'm afraid of ghosts. He told you something in mind. I wish, you know, that we could have heard his voice, but I can understand why they didn't make us hear it. This episode was different. I'm gonna talk about it more. This episode was different with the way of filming it, the attention that they put into the pictures, really. They already made great pictures. When I'm saying about pictures, I'm not thinking about the movement of the camera, you know, when they are filming. I'm not thinking about the story, what they are writing, what they are doing on screen, about, you know, the actors and actresses, the casting. I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking about the light, how the light is coming, from where it's coming. I'm thinking about the colors, you know, the colors that they are using, which are putting a mood, which are putting an environment. I'm thinking about also where the characters are placed into the screen, you know, if they are close to each other, how they are moving, you know, and how they are filmed like that. Their positions, you know, into the screen. I'm thinking about the place, how it looks like, and how also the place is filmed. It's different, you know, when you have a big screen, you know, a big picture like that, when you are seeing all of the place, and when in fact you have a zoom and you're just with the characters. It's different. It's a picture, okay? I'm talking about that. The picture into this episode was different than into the other episodes of the season for sure. I'm thinking of the first season, if we had an episode like that, I don't know, but the picture of this episode was really different. The aesthetic of it was different. They paid attention a lot to some moments, you know, some pictures, to do it with such a symmetry, like when the Jedi was talking with Grogu. I'm gonna talk about that, you know, the fact that we just learned his name. I'm gonna talk about that later, but I'm finishing with how it's done. When they are talking together in their minds, she's really at the center and it's dark around them. It's dark, but at the same time we can see the trees which are darker than the night. The light is coming from them and we can see their shadows because of this light. And it's really at the center and they are moving slowly to create that kind of mood, that kind of moment. Really this moment, and another one also, the one into the garden, you know, the fight in the garden with no music, just the sounds was important. And the light was different. It was almost like it was a night, but not really, because we had a light, like the sun was hidden by a brown yellow cloud. I love that. If you can't understand with how much I'm describing that kind of moment, the fact that I love that. You know that I love shows for three things, you know, when they're writing a good story all along a season, a show, when they are giving us clues, when it's a little mind game, you know, to make series, to try to understand it, and I love that. When they are writing good characters which are evolving, because of course things are happening to them, so of course they're gonna evolve because of that, and we can see them with different moods, with different sides of them and all. And when the writers are also putting messages into their shows, things that we can think about, you know, about our society, but not only that, you know, things that are making us think about stuff. That's interesting. So I love shows for that, for the writer's job, you know. That's the three things that I just mentioned, it's the job of the writers. But creating the show, the attention to the pictures, the attention to the music, the attention to how it's produced, also how it's edited sometimes, that's another job, that's different jobs, but that's much more, you know, the filming and producing part of a show. And when shows are also taking care of that and are doing the three things that I love for the writers, when shows are also doing that, I'm even more excited about it and enjoying the show. That was the case, you know, for the Queen's Gambit that I watched and I reacted to. I loved how it was written, I loved the story, the characters and the messages, but I loved also that they paid attention so much to the colors of the show, to the colors of the show evolving with the story, the age of the main character and also her mood. I loved how they filmed her and all. I talked a lot about it, and with this episode I have the same impression, you know, that they paid attention to it, that they took care of the picture more than on the other episodes. The aesthetic of it is different. We're not gonna see that character again, the Jedi. I'm not gonna say her name, I'm not sure that I remember it correctly, so I don't want to humiliate myself by trying to say it. We're not gonna see her again. She was so great, she was so badass. Oh, I love that character. And I want allies and friends for Baby Yoda and Mando that we're gonna keep all along our journey. Not people that we have on some planets. If we're going back to these planets, okay, we're gonna have friends, but no. I want them with us. We need allies, we need friends to talk to, we need to communicate, you know, to exchange ideas, to be with us, to protect us also. Maybe we're gonna see her again, but on other episodes. What she told us during this episode, that's why it was a long episode, you know, I said it during main show, when they are doing long episodes, it's because of the fact that they want to give us information. This Jedi gave us information about the Jedi and the Force. The fact that the Jedi disappeared, the fact that the Force, what is it, you know, and how you can use it, about that old Jedi Knight who didn't use the Force well and all. We all have it, you know, we've got it, all of us. Thank you for that. It's almost like in Harry Potter, it's the person that you can't pronounce the name. Shh. You can't pronounce his name, but we all know who we are talking about. And she told us two important things. His name, the kid's name. I told you during the intro that I was conflicted about naming him Baby Yoda because it's easier for me, even if I know that it's wrong, so sometimes I'm naming him the kid, but the kid, it's like I'm talking about a character like that we don't know, and it's so cute that just the kid, that was not enough. So now we have his name, Grogu. I need to get used to say his name like Mando. I think need to get used to it. But they insisted on it, you know, the Jedi told at least twice, I think, to Mando, you have to name him Grogu, and we saw that when he's calling him Grogu, he's reacting much more. So I think that for the future episode, we're gonna name him Grogu. And that's interesting that the writers are putting it into this episode, you know, into already the second season. Maybe it's better for the franchise also, for the franchise, to have a name for the kid or all of the things that they are using for this kid. To name him, it's better, and also for the hardcore fans who maybe were annoyed to have everyone naming the kid Baby Yoda and not his real name. Do you understand what I mean? I think that it was a logical and clever reason to already tell us his name. So Grogu. We have Grogu. That's great. That's how to say Grogu. 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 I'm not gonna pronounce his name if I'm eating, you know. I already have all of his name into my mouth. Grogu. Grogu. Sorry. We have him. That was one big information, and the second one big information, which is really annoying me a lot, it's not the fact that she doesn't want to train him, because she's also offering us a solution at the end, so why not? But it's the fact that she's afraid of what Grogu can become, and that scared me a lot. I never thought about what he can become, I have to be honest with that, but even if I would have imagined it, I would have never imagined a dark future for him. Because of the fact that he's so cute right now, so nice and all, but also because I didn't think about, yes, his position. You know, the fact that, yes, he has the Force, so normally his destiny is to be a Jedi, okay? And yes, we know that this Jedi that we can't pronounce the name of was attached to people, and when bad stuff happened to these people, he switched and went on the dark side of the Force. Is it really gonna be something that we have to be afraid of for Grogu? For him to be too attached to Mando, to be too attached to people? Because of that, he can't be a Jedi, or because of that, he's gonna be a Jedi, but at any point, he can switch, we have to be afraid of it? It's giving me stuff to think about for Grogu and his future, but it's also gonna become, you know, one of my fear. For him, for this show, I didn't imagine also this show questioning that, and with that, this show maybe evolving into that direction, you know, the story which can be about that in the future. For me, this show is named The Mandalorian, and we saw all of the issues which are around the Mandalorians and his planet and all of that. So for me, the show was going into that direction for the future stories and all. But now I'm considering, you know, all of Baby Yoda's past journey, and the fact that it can go also on this way, the story. It gave me a lot to think about, but it gave me also a lot of reasons to be afraid. I think that we, the fans, when we discovered her saying that, we all reacted the same, you know, because of the fact that this is a kid, he's so cute. We learned to love him like Mando is beginning to act like a father with Baby Yoda. We are all beginning to act like brothers and sisters, you know, to Baby Yoda, to Grogu, to Grogu. We are beginning to act like brothers and sisters, or maybe like cousins, like he's a member of our family also now. He's a kid that we want to protect, that we love no matter what, that we want to take care of, so I think that I'm not the only one who is afraid now for him. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now and also to watch The Mandalorian for today. That was already great to have the time to watch this episode, which was a big one with a lot of things into it, and I loved it a lot. I think that it's already one of my favorite of the show, because this show, okay, is creating a lot of good stories and good characters into each episode, but to pay attention so much to details, to pictures, to musics, and to give us an episode like that, I loved it. Really, I loved it. Tell me what did you think about it, and if you saw these details into the way that they filmed it, tell me that on the comments, and if you're afraid also now for Grogu. Grogu! I'm sorry. Okay, so it's all for me and for you for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.